Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good. For today's video, I wanted to do a one brand tutorial. It's been a while since I've done a one brand tutorial, and it's been a really long while since I've done this particular brand. I'm talking about L'Oreal. The last time I did my L'Oreal one brand tutorial, I didn't have a lot of L'Oreal products. L'Oreal didn't have a lot of products in India, but now we have like a full face available, from eyebrows to setting sprays to concealers to eyeshadows, everything available from L'Oreal. So I'm not gonna make this intro excruciatingly painful for you guys, like long painful for you guys. I'm just gonna let you know that I will be talking through a lot of products, what I feel about them, and a lot of other things. So yes, if you want to know how I got this makeup look, or if you want to know my views on L'Oreal products, then please keep on watching. I'm going to start off with a little bit of skincare because I really like L'Oreal skincare. I haven't tried out a lot, but whatever I've tried, I've ended up really liking. So what I'm going to use is the Pure Clay Mask Detoxify. This is their black version. I feel like it's a really nice dupe for the Glam Glow Super Mud treatment. So I'm going to be using this just to prep up my skin. This would ensure that my skin, like the makeup, sits really beautifully on my skin. So I'm just using a fan brush like so. I'm going to apply this all over my face except around my eye area as well as on my lips. So the face mask is on now. I'm going to wait for about 15 minutes or this mask to completely dry down, and then we can start off with our skincare and makeup. So the mask is now dried up completely, so I'm just going to remove it from my face. My skin definitely feels better, more clearer and less congested. I'm going to next move on to moisturizing, and for that I'm using HydraFresh Night Masking Jelly. I also love the HydraFresh, the blue tub. I really like it. I've finished up already. Now I know this is a night mask or a heavier moisturizer sort of thing, but my skin, it's so dry that it can drink all of this up right now, especially because I've also clay masked. And whenever I clay mask, I make sure I moisturize intensely. I love the feeling of what a clay mask does to my skin, but I need to moisturize to balance all of the dryness out. So I'm just going to pat it into my skin first so that it's everywhere, and you can see my skin has gotten red because all of the blood is rushed to my face due to that clay mask. So I'm just patting this in everywhere, and then I'm just gonna pat a little quicker so that it gets absorbed into my skin. Okay, it's time to prime up my skin, and for that I'm going to be using L'Oreal Base Magique. I've had this for a long time. I have a review on this. I would leave the link to it in the bottom bar for you guys. I have a review on a lot of these different products, so I will ensure that I leave links for whatever I have a review on if you want to know a more thorough, more thought through thought process of mine about the product. That line was a little too Shashi Tharoor, but yes, I'm just gonna move on to using this. Now this is a nice pore filling primer. It's not supremely drying, but if you have really dry skin, I would suggest you moisturize really well, as this is slightly on the mattifying side. So I'm just gonna apply this on the centers of my face because I just need a little bit of pore filling there. Other than that, I have a nice moisturizer underneath, so that would act like the primer that I require, but only for the centers of my face to smoothen out my skin a little. I'm gonna use Base Magique. It's time for foundation, and L'Oreal does have a lot of different foundation lines, but the one that I really like is the Infallible range, and in that I love the Pro Matte one. It says it's Pro Matte, it actually just gives me a very demi matte finish, which I absolutely love, but I do have a full review on this. Again, I would leave a link for you guys in the bottom bar to check it out. I have compared it to the original Infallible as well, or Infallible, however that's supposed to be pronounced. I am in the shade Natural Beige, 105 Natural Beige, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to spread it all over my face first before just sponging it into my skin. I love the coverage of this foundation as well as the staying power and everything. I'm just going to go down my neck as well just to match up everything, and then I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm going to start pushing this into my skin and blending this out. It's easy to blend as well. Okay, foundation is now laid down. It's time for concealer, and for that I'm using a True Match concealer. Again, I've had this for a while. I really like this concealer. I am in the shade Neutral Fair Light, so I am just going to be highlighting my under eye area because they need a lot of work, to be honest. So I am just going to be highlighting them up. I'm also going to highlight the centers of my face because that just brings more light to the face and makes your face look more dimensional. I'm going to start off by blending out the centers of my face so that it gives some time for the rest of the concealer that's under my eyes to set into place a little bit and give me better coverage, because I think we all need extra coverage under our under eyes. I could always do with a little bit of extra coverage around my under eyes because thanks to my no sleep life, I have real issues with sleep. But we can erase all of that with a little bit of concealer, and I'm so glad for that. So I'm just blending out my under eye highlight and ensuring that all of my dark circles are banished, at least for now, for temporary relief, because I don't think get rid of dark circles in one day really works. Time to set all of that concealed area into place, and for that I'm using Matte Magique by L'Oreal. Again, I have a full review on this, but in a nutshell, I really like this powder. I really like how it sits on my skin, and I've hit pan, so that says a lot because I don't use a lot of powder. So for me to hit a pan on a powder is a big deal. But I'm just going to use my sponge rather than a brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press it down on my under eyes. This just really locks your concealer into place, and especially if you have dry skin, this helps in your powder not looking too powdery on the skin. So I'm just going to set my concealed areas really nicely and ensure it doesn't end up looking powdery as well. I also set around my mouth, just around my mouth, because I tend to express a lot, so I crease a lot on my smile lines and everything. So this just ensures that that is delayed a little bit. Next up, we're gonna cut all of that fat out of our face. I don't mean it that way, but we're gonna just chisel out her face a little bit, and for that I'm using L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour. This is what it looks like. It comes with its own brush, which I really like, but I'm going to use my own brush today, which is going to be an angular one, and I'm just going to pick up the contour shade first. I'm not sure about the shade variety in this range. I'm in the shade medium, but I'm just going to be placing this on my hollows of the cheekbones, like on the hollows of my cheekbones, and then I'm going to blend it into my skin. So I'm just contouring very lightly. I'm not doing a lot of heavy contouring, just very light contouring. I've been really enjoying light contouring of lately, and I'm also going to contour my double chin so that it's not supremely visible, and you know, my chin just looks a little bit more chiseled. This duo actually also has its own highlight, but I'm not particularly fond of this formulation of the both contour and the highlight because it is slightly powdery. So I'm going to use a different highlight, but before that I'm actually going to do my blush. I always prefer doing my blush last in the trio of contour, blush and highlight, but off lately, you know, I've been switching things up, trying newer things. So I'm going to use the Le Blush True Match from L'Oreal. This is in the shade Rosewood, and it's one of my favorite blushes of all times because it's so natural, it's so pretty, sits really nicely on the skin as well. So I'm just going to use a fluffy brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that blush, smile and apply it on my cheeks and mix it back into my contour a little bit. I really like this blush, and it also has a little bit of glow in there, so it adds up to your highlight as well as overall glowiness to your face. So I'm just going to apply this on my cheeks. I'm a very natural blush person. I'm not high on blushes. So for me, this is actually a very nice blush color. For my highlight, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lumi True Match Powder Glow Illuminator. I know a lot of people find this really powdery. For me, this works. I don't particularly see it as very powdery. Of course, it's not my favoriteest formulation of all times, but I work with this. I like this. So I'm going to mix both of these shades right here, the golden as well as the lighter shade. I use the shade Rose more often than the golden one, but today I wanted to go for more goldeny glow than a pinkier glow. And I'm just going to place it on the tops of my cheeks, and I'm going to also work it around the apple. Applying your highlight here just adds more natural look to your highlight than just having, you know, a stripe of highlight. So I like to apply it here as well, so when I'm looking forward and smiling, you can still see my highlight. Also gonna apply this to the tip of my nose and make an exclamation mark with applying it on the bridge of my nose. Applying this above the starting points of my eyebrows and on my cupid's bow to finish everything off with the highlighting. The last step for our base makeup is going to be a setting spray, and I'm going to be using the Infallible Pro Set and Spray and Set. I bought this one specifically for this video. I've never tried this, so I'll be trying it out for the first time. Oh, it sprays in the first go. Obviously, when I'm trying to spray it like that, things never spray on the first go. And like when I'm trying it out, it sprays on the first go and end up wasting product. Great. But I'm just going to spritz it quickly on my face, and I'm going to tell you what I feel about it in a brief way because I need to try it more to give you a complete opinion of it. Okay, so I like this spray. It's not supremely harsh, but I shouldn't talk right now and let this set down completely. Initially, I like this spray, not too sure how I feel about the fragrance, but we're gonna talk about it later. Maybe if you want to see a review, comment below. And this is really weird, me trying to talk with closed eyes, wanting this to set but still talking through. So let me just shut up. We are closer than ever because I'm going to start off with my eyes, and the first thing I'm going to do are my eyebrows, and for that I'm using the Brow Artist Genius Kit by L'Oreal. Again, this is something I bought for this tutorial. I've never tried it, so I can't really tell you guys what I feel about it, but this is what the inside shades look like. This is in the variant medium to dark, so I'm actually going to use the darker shade right here, and I'm not using the brush that comes with it because it's way too tiny to do anything, but it has a spoolie, so that's great. But I'm going to use the darker shade, and I'm going to start filling in my brows. So I'm just going to draw a line where I want my brows to start. Also, I am currently growing my brows out because someone threaded them too thin, and it's just excruciatingly painful for me to see these brows so thin. So I'm trying to grow them out, so don't mind the extra growth or anything. So I'm just going to be filling in all of the areas that I want to fill in after I have outlined my eyebrow. Right now I'm just outlining them like that, and then I'm going to go in the direction of the hair growth to just ensure that my brows look naturally filled in. I'm also going to push this color upwards, and after that I'm going to brush it through using the help of a spoolie, and this will just allow me to know where more help is required. Like this area in particular needs more color for sure. I'm just going to fill this area in, and then I'm going to brush this downwards to see what other areas I need to fill in more. So the eyebrows are done. I'm going to move on to eyeshadow, and today I'm using Very Much Love. I've also tried the Cherry My Sherry palette from them. I feel like you get a lot of nice colors for 1200 rupees. These are fragrance. You do not get a brush with these, but I'm actually pretty glad because you get those sponge tip applicators, which I don't end up using anyway. So, you know, I get full colors, which is something I love. I love the fragrance as well. It's really nice, but I know a lot of people don't enjoy fragrances in their products, especially in their eyeshadows. But we're just going to move past that. The first shade I'm going to use is this one. It's a matte, sort of matte, browny, taupey sort of a color, and I'm going to dust off all of the excess. I'm going to place this all over my lid. I'm not going to keep it deeper on the outer V and lighter on the inner, but I'm going to keep it uniform throughout. I'm going for halo today, like a halo eye. So I'm just ensuring I have a nice transition color. This is very close to my skin tone, so you won't see like a stark difference, but that's what I'm going for because I want the other colors to just go in an ombre and blend into my skin. I have to say these eyeshadows are slightly powdery, but again, for the price and the amount of colors that you're getting, it's a pretty sweet deal. Next up, I'm going to pick up this purple shade right here. It's a deep purple color, and I'm again going to place it in my crease, but this time I'm going to place it lower than the previous color. And you can see the payoff is actually pretty nice. The colors are not supremely non-pigmented. Obviously, I won't say these are like super pigmented, but these are buildable, great for beginners. If you don't want something that's so pigmented that you're not able to blend it out, it's great for that. So once I've placed my color where I want to place it, I'm going to go back in with my initial brush, and I'm going to blend it into the transition color. I have a little bit of fallout, so I'm going to take care of that in a bit, but I'm just going to blend this into my first transitional shade. Now I'm going to go in with the deepest of purples right here, and I'm going to apply it only on my inner and outer corner just to give my halo eyes more depth and dimension. So I'm going to go right here as well as right here. As you can see, I'm having a little bit of fallout here. But it gets cleaned up, so that's not a big issue. So I'm just going to apply it here and here. Don't worry about the inner part of the eye right now. It will get covered up by other eyeshadow. Just blend it on the tops. Blending the upper part of the darkest of purples with my lighter purple. Giving everything a nice final blend before we go in with our lid shadow. For my lid color, I'm going to pick up this nice metallic purple shade, and I'm going to pick it up with a flat shader brush, dusting off the excess, and I'm just going to place it all over my lid. Now this doesn't seem supremely pigmented. I'm just going to spritz my brush with this makeup fixer so that the color payoff is a little better. And now I'm just going to place this one. Yes, that's so much better, like so much better. So I'm just placing this on my lid area. And before trying to blend that harsh edge out, I'm actually going to take up this topper. It's a very beautiful topper, and I'm just going to place it on the centers of my lid. Ooh, look at that, look at that. I'm using my finger for this just to get maximum payoff out of the color. It's such a gorgeous color. Just placing it right here and then using my shader brush, I'm just gonna blend it into my purple color and just ensuring that this stays just in the center to get a nice halo eye. And now I'm just gonna blend everything out so that everything is seamless and just, you know, doesn't have any harsh edges anywhere. I'm going to use the darkest purple again, and I'm going to go on the outer corner of my lower lash line, just on the outer corner a little bit. I am not going to smoke out my entire lash line, but just the outer corners. And then I'm going to smoke it out with the lighter shade of purple that we had used in our crease earlier. I'm going to use that same topper shade to highlight my inner corners as well as brow bone. So I'm just going to put it right here, just to brighten up my eyes. And I'm also going to put it below the highest point of my eyebrow. Now it's time for mascara, and I'm going to use the Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. I really like this mascara. The only thing that I'm not so happy with is the removal process, because it's really difficult to remove. But other than that, it makes my lashes look like as if they're on steroids. They just look wow wow boom and just so good. So I'm just going to apply this on my top as well as bottom lashes. I will be adding falsies. L'Oreal, according to my best knowledge, doesn't have falsies, so I'm just going to add a random pair. Of course, we can skip falsies altogether, but I just really like the look of falsies on me. But honestly though, look at that difference between my lashes with just mascara. I mean, this is the bomb.com. I'm not trying to sound over dramatic, but I honestly feel like lashes complete me as a person. Now lastly, we have our lips to choose from, and I have two lip shades right here. This is I Enjoy and this is I Choose, and I'm really confused as to what should I choose. Like, I feel like both of them would go so well with this eye look. This for a more vampy look and this for more of a, you know, play it safe look. I am honestly really confused. Which one should I go for? I think I'm gonna go for this one. If I feel like this is not working out for me, I can always deepen it up easily, but lightening a lip look is way more difficult. So I'm just gonna apply I Choose all over my lips. Again, a review for these is available on my channel, so make sure you check out the bottom bar for more info. I feel like I would require a little bit of I Enjoy as well, but not so strong. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to dab it a little bit. And then I'm going to just blend it into my lips. Alright, with that I finished this one brand tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. Also, let me know which other one brand tutorials you guys would like to see. Comment down below and I would love to do it the next time I do a one brand tutorial. So yes, that's going to be it for this video. I will see you guys next time. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.